Um, don't meow me.
Don't meow me.
Oh shit, echo. Hang on, Amy, can you check if there's echo on my end, or whoever's in here? Um, like I'm not gonna turn my volume up because it will come up with the echo, I think. Let's have a look, see who's racing. We got FS, Amy, Harold, Steer, Gold Killer, Burkey, the two Alpine boys, 39, Mellowed. Okay. But yeah, if anyone's in chat, let me know if I am echoing. Alright, perfect. I wasn't gonna change it just in case. I'm expecting a P1 from you, Amy. I'm not gonna lie tonight. Because both Sokin and DK are taking pens. Right, we are back. We're just waiting for people just to fill up. Who are we missing? Hello, Mellowed. Okay, my bad. God, like I'm trying to read too mellow. I was trying to read Discord as well, just trying to figure out who we're missing. I don't think we're missing any because it'll be. Hang on. We're missing like three drivers. So we've got Malta EV missing. We're missing one more now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so it's just them two. Oh, let me get chat back up. Sorry about this. For Malta and EV, Malta is I know. Can we have a answer? Oh, hell no. Mason, if you put Brazil as our wet race tomorrow, I will not pay for your setups. And I know you're in here. Like, I know you're in stream. You do that, and I will not give you setups. Make China wet. Um, Make China wet, not Brazil tomorrow. Yeah, no, no. Not tonight, Emmy. I'm on about tomorrow. Mela just asked if they can have a wet race tomorrow. But Mason, you keep tomorrow dry. We've already had to race in wet twice this season. We've had to race Silverstone wet and Belgium wet. Like we can't be having three races on the bouncers wet. Alright, you do that and you ain't getting no setups because I fucking hate the wet on this track. I've already practiced as well my setup strat. It's not fair. Anyway, are we going, Mason? And then if they join, they join. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Let's see who's in chat that we've missed. Okay, it's just the usuals. Oh, can we just ready up, please? And thank you. That's giving me a stroke just watching them ready up buttons. Genuinely. Oh my god, Jeff. I know you're fucking in here somewhere. Yeah, that's fine, Mela. It's just when it's more than half of the grid decide to unready at the same time, it just puts us back. It's not very fun, let's say that. Here we go. Finally, short qualifying perfect. Chef still got a drink to drink. Right, I'm gonna go on mute for a second, chat, just while we load him. Right, he's back. Right, here we go. Good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, chat. Here we are in Brazil. Oh shit, I need to go into Discord. There we go. Right, I am back. Here we are in Brazil. This is round 5, season 9 of our racing league. We've got 13 drivers at the minute. I'll quickly go through them with you now. We've got names Jeff in the V-Carb. We've got the Haas of Stick. We've got the Aston Martin of Max Scavenger. We've got the Ferraris of Amy and FS. The Rebels of Max V Fast and Horsepower. The Alpines of Gold Killer and Berkey. Sokinai and Mason in the Williams. Harold in the Mercedes. Mello in his Stake. And that is it for now. Let me just quickly get the titled standings up. So the standings at the minute is we've got DK leading the way by 15 points over Sokin. We've got Harold in P3, Goldkiller in P4, FS P5, Berkey P6, Max Scavenger P7, Amy P8, Mortar P9 and Stick in P10. That's the top 10 in the standings. And then Alpine 7 points ahead at the top of the constructors, with McLaren closely following them, with Ferrari a little bit further back from them, but just in front of Haas, and Mercedes being only 1 point behind them, with Aston Martin being only 1 point behind Mercedes. We've then got Williams a little bit further back in P7, V-Carb in P8, Stake in P9, and Red Bull in P10. So that is the standings for now. I think we will be having... I know, I've heard, I've seen it. It's diabolical that he's even put a photo of it. Let's watch. We'll watch one of the Ferraris. Yeah, that's diabolical, Mason. It's rough. It's not getting. Okay, we just had confirmation that Killer's cat is not gonna be microwave. Right, here we go. Let me just get the lap data up, the telemetry up, and the track map up. So first we've got Amy Hoxer back in the Ferrari this week. She did miss out last week, I think. But there is no DRS going into this round due to it being wet qualifying. She does a 20.5 in the first sector, fastest out of everyone so far in sector 1. Nicely through the sweeping right-hander. She will be hoping that FS gives her a toe as well, but she is going to have to do a lot of catching up. Max goes quickest for now, 125.4. Max V fast, because we've got 2 Maxes on the grid tonight. Sokanai then goes a 122.6. FS getting out the way, but Amy does go quickest in sector 2. A Stick also retiring, so I think those two are taking their pens today. And Amy will come over the line with a 1 minute 21.7, putting her in P1 as things stand. We'll then go over to Berkey. Yeah, we'll go over to Berkey because he will be the next over the line. Berkey goes P3 with a 123.9, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. And his teammate Goal Killer with MP4 24.6, so I ain't taking it. Okie dokie. What I'm gonna do, chat, I'm just gonna leave you with the ASMR just for now. So it's Max Scavenger and Stick. So Stick and I know I didn't know what else to say. So Stick and Max Scavenger both taking their pens for now. We'll just watch Mello coming through his lap now. Little bit slowly out here in very bad weather. And Sokin doesn't actually take his pen like he thought he would, so that's a bit of a shock. But yeah, Mello in the green kick Salbert for tonight. Amy Hoxer goes even quicker with a 121.1. So can I then improving also with a 120.19? We'll just keep. Let's watch Mello just go over the line. And he goes a 126.7 as things stand. We'll watch Harold just going over the. Harold just 3 times down on his best. I know, I've seen. Alright, I'll do DKs when he joins. Let me just quickly sort the pens out, chat, and then I will be back. There we go, I am back. Berkey going almost a second quicker on his second true run, and he will come over the line with a 123 dead. He is 9.5 times quicker, but he's still not quite there. We then watch Mello just while I just make sure the Yep. Give me a sec. Chime. Just need to invite one of our other drivers in. FS with a 21.7 in the first sector. Amy then going quicker again with a 20.3, so she is absolutely flying right now. Mason will be hoping to be there or thereabouts with Amy. And he will come over the line with a 1:23.9. That puts him in P4 currently, separating the two Alpines. We've then got Mason coming, which we will check. We'll just keep an eye on his time. Welcoming anyone who is new. And Mason goes P10 with a 1 minute 25.6. So he slides in between Max V Fast and Names Jeff. To be fair, Sokin, I can't exactly say anything because I don't know what the track is going to be like. If you think it's ready to do it, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. But we will also see if Amy is staying on her lap, if she's doing a flying lap, which I think she is. And she goes literally, she goes 39 thousandths of a second quicker than her BP currently. So she's going to have to try and find at least a tenth to be comfortably. There is a dry line slowly starting to form, but it's not going to be very easy to do winters, as one of the drivers have come in and said about it. But we'll just keep an eye on Amy just coming round. Or there's an invalidation, so she has lost control just on the... She's lost control just on the beginning of Sector 2. We'll just see if Gold Killer can take P5 back off the Ferrari of FS. And then it looks like we've got... Who is right behind him? We've got Max just behind him. But Gold Killer is taking the gamble and he is going on to intermediate. So we will see if this is now time to do that swap over. He is keeping it on track slowly. A little bit of a loss of rear in the straight bit before the braking zone. But a lot of the drivers starting to now slowly but surely think about potential intermediate weather tyres. We'll just see how Gold Killer does coming round to the beginning of Sector 3 now. And he is 2.5 temps up on his best time, so that will pull him. If he keeps his pace up, he has to find another 2 temps to take P4 with 4 minutes 35 seconds remaining. And he comes home a 10.5 up on his best time. Let's watch see how Max came. We just missed Max's time. Okay. We'll just keep an eye on Max. Is Amy going again now? She is. Look at that time. This could be pretty much the same time as she had before. 2 thousandths of a second. And she just misses out, which is a shame. We will then go over to... Let's see who is pushing. That's the cruising one. That's cruising. DK is going to be coming in. Yeah, so no one's doing. Here we go. So Amy is on her flying lap again there. She's currently 1.2 tenths up on her best time. We will see if she is gaining time slowly. She is. She's got 2.8 tenths up on her best time, coming round into sector 3. The long straight home finish line is now. She will get the toe on the Alpine. And she comes home with a 120.321. Look, and she is now trying to drift on the center S's, so we'll just let her show off for a little bit. The only person I know that can drift a car willingly, you know. Right, we'll let her carry on her playing for a little bit. We'll just watch Sokin. This is going to be her main rival for today. And Sokin still has a lot of battery left, so I don't know if he's on a flying lap, but we will about to see. And he is on the inters like you said he was going to go on. A lot of these drivers now thinking about intermediate weather. And Sokin is down on his time. He's almost 3 tenths down on his time. He's going to have to make up a huge amount of time. And he will burn that ERS all the way down the home straight now, and he will come home with a 1 minute 22.6, so doesn't improve on his best time. We'll watch Max V Fast. He's 3.5 tenths up on his best time. And he does have the slipstream. Goal Killer retiring, thinking he cannot go any more. Or any quicker, should I say, not anymore. Well, actually, are you, Stick? Yeah, true. I mean, anything can happen. Yeah, no, I'm not counting anyone out, but I think Sokin and Amy are going to be the two contenders today. But yes, so Mason and Stick both very good in the wet conditions. So we'll see how it goes. And Max has lost 4 tenths. So he's lost 7 tenths in just that second sector. And he comes into pit. Harold not improving on his time. Names Jeff though is half a second up on his best time. And he is now 7 tenths up, so he is absolutely flying. This will put him in P6, provisional P6, should I say? Because nothing is determined in the world of F1. And he will come home with a 1 minute 24 dead. That puts him provisional P6. See if Harold can go any quicker. He's 3.5 tenths up on his best time as things stand. Alright, Amy, showing off. 1.4 tenths up. Harold, though, 5.7 tenths up on his best time. Coming down the long sweeping home straight now, and he will cross the line with I didn't actually catch that shit. But Amy Hoxer takes pole position here in Belgium. Yeah, it's very hard to overtake that, Mason, in Brazil. Like, it's vile to overtake, so. Amy Hoxer takes P1 though in qualifying with Sirkin 1.5 seconds behind her. The Alpine of Berkey in P3 2.7 seconds. FS splitting by Alpines in P4 with Killer in P5. Harold P6. Names Jeff and Horsepower. The South Africans taking up the fourth row. Max in P9. Mello P10. Mason P11. DK P12. Stick P13. Max P14. To be fair, Sokin, a lot of them were going quicker on the inters. And now all we got to do, chat, is just wait for the 5 minute countdown, and we will get going. But yes, chat, that is qualifying done for another week. Yeah, so a lot of cars were sliding a little bit, but they were still gaining like 3-4 tenths. Um, it was like probably borderline. Well, you had to make a risk, and the risk didn't pay off today. But yes, welcoming anyone who is new. Yeah, Mason, people were like gaining time in the first sector, then they were losing it in that second sector, and then they were kind of just balancing it out in the third sector. It was weird. It was like the first part of the track was intermediate, the second part of the track was like wet, and then the third part it was like whichever. Yeah, it was weird weather, soaking no, but it was a risk. Like you even said, you're tempted to see how it goes. Like it was a risk to take. Is he actually? Wait, let me have a look. Okay, I think Jeff might be struggling because it's definitely from this alone, it's not into weather. So I can see him getting absolutely swamped off the line. Amy, no, because I need you to win. Like, I need you to win, Amy. For God's sake, of course you are. Of course you are. You ain't got no balls. I'm expecting to see that going into. Oh my gosh, he actually is doing it. Because my team are currently in P1, which is Alpine. because I'm team principal of Alpine Sokin, and then I'm also team principal of Ferrari. And I'm kind of hoping that they get like a 1-2 this season. Like, they should have no excuses not to get a 1-2. If Amy and FS show up most weeks, I know the Alpine boys will no matter what. It should be a relatively straightforward P2 for them. Plus, she's had some horrid luck in the last 2 weeks, so. Yeah, I've just seen. No comment on that. And you guys can now ready up. Whoever's in chat, just ready up. Because I can't be asked to go into Discord and tell them to ready up. So Amy also can ready up. Sokin, you do know you're only 15 points off the lead, right? Like, you could actually take the lead title lead at the minute. I mean, it's not as close as tier 2. Tier 2, there's literally like 6 points in there between the top three. But anyway, on the formation lap, we will see if Amy pulls off her. Yeah, Amy going full west again. Let's see who's on what. Jeff, the only one on Inters, so good luck, Jeff. You're gonna need it. As you can tell, the cars are already sliding, but the Ferrari really warming up her tyres as things stand. Mello and Mason have been disqualified. What did you do, Mello? Report it. Report the league owner. I'll give you permission. Mason, pull in a report. I need you. The stewards need to do some work. They haven't had any work to do for the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Mason's gonna be killing me after, but the stewards need some work. We can't let them have a whole 2 weeks off. So, what did he even do, Mason? I'm intrigued. Because Mello seems to be very chill, and now you seem to piss him off somehow. Yeah, and yeah, don't do it now. Like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't expect you. Oh, here we go. Here, I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. Idiots. You two are just stupid at times. So yeah, Amy, there should be someone called Damien who Amy told me to go live so she could invite him. This is her party trick. She will always reverse to the start finish line, and every single car will follow her. A lot of disqualifications. Yeah, but Mello, at least. Oh, let me hide the UI. Let me actually get the telemetry on as well. There we go. Four red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go. Doesn't really hold us off as much. Sokin getting a very good start though, and Amy. But Sokin takes turn 1 in the lead as things stand. Amy in P2 with Berkey in P3. Sokin now has the inside line, but Amy does hold it round the outside. FS in P4, Harold in P5. Horsepower P6, DK already in P7, so he is absolutely flying. A goal killer is had to build up a bad lap. There's some contact in the back. EVP 9. Max in P12. There's a car gone off as well. What the hell is happening here? Some drifting going on, but we'll just keep an eye on the first couple of cars for now. Amy leading by half a second already on it. There is some... Is there damage on the Williams of Mason? There is. Okay, Mason's struggling already then, so he has got damage from, I'm assuming, contact after turn 2. if not turn 3. But we'll just keep an eye on Amy in the Ferrari right now. She's already comfortably got 4 tenths of a second, 5 tenths of a second, so half a second up on Sokin. Berkey just behind them in P3, FS in P4, Harold in P5. Let's just have a look at who's close-ish. We'll watch the top 2 because they are very close at this moment in time. FS does try and take it down the inside. Amy holds it round the outside and she will automatically have the inside line going through the next part of the centre wrestler. Then Sokin gets the inside line and does take it. Some absolutely beautiful driving from these two today. And we're only in lap 2, but they have given each other just enough space. Amy then will go down the inside. Not FS, Sokin giving her the space. So these two are just absolutely going at it already. And I'm assuming Amy let him past? I could be wrong, but we've now got a new race leader in Sokin Mason Pitton as well already, so yeah, he broke his wing, which is a shame, but it happens. Why is Evie in... Okay, Evie's in a McLaren, which I don't understand why, but we'll just watch these two for now. Giant Stick in the Haas, and then we got Evie in the McLaren. So Giant Stick splitting the McLarens as things stand. Same with Berkey splitting the Ferraris up ahead. So Kanai goes quickest with a 125.1. And DK already up into P6. Fighting horsepower, and is it Goal Killer? It is, but Goal Killer does cut the grass a little bit, so DK does clearly get through them. We'll just have a look at these two. These two have already pulled out 2 seconds on the Berkey in P3. Ow, 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 that hurts. Sorry, chat. Amy does try and go down the inside. Forsaken will have the inside line, but Amy does hold it round the outside. Both of these cars on wet and fighting for the title. And Amy takes P1 from Sokin. I need to stretch my leg. Ow, that hurt. Sokin burning his ERS up, trying to keep up with Amy. Which he does, to be fair. Amy Hawkster goes quickest with a 123.8, and Sokin makes a late move down the inside. Amy then takes the inside line, but Sokin will have the outside, and Amy will take the inside yet again. And Amy now in P1 with Sokin just behind her. We have got a bit of a fight going down the field as well. Well, we did have a fight going down the field. We'll just watch a Stick on horsepower. And Stick will go down the inside, but he doesn't quite make it. Horsepower just about has the gap to not let him through. Max and Mella, the kick v the Red Bull, and a little bit of a touch from Max, but he does slow down as well, so he hasn't actually gained any time on right now. And Stick finally getting past the Red Bull of horsepower, while horsepower goes very wide. Sokin attempts to make the move again, but will he make it stick this time? Amy gets a Bella exit out of turn 1 though, so she is comfortably ahead going into the first straight. A little bit of a drift from Sokin. but he does hold the car nicely going inward into the first shortish straight, and he will take the inside line. But these two are absolutely going at it for 5 laps, just interchanging the lead. And are still side by side going through the sweeping right. Hopefully they do not come together though, but these two are they're fighting each other to the absolute death right now. Let's just see how far DK is behind them though, because he's only 8 seconds off them at this moment in time. So, but yeah, we'll keep an eye up and down the track for now. We'll just keep an eye on our title leader as things stand. He is absolutely burning the battery. He's literally got no battery left. So our previous two champions right with each other yet again this season. Amy is now finally broken and starting to slowly gap FS, and there is a collision between the Red Bull and the Kick again. These two are coming together way too much at this moment in time. Let's see who is close-ish. We'll go DK. We'll go our title rival V Harold. Both of them fighting for P4, dragging FS into the mix. Sorry, child, just had a bit of a late night last night. But we're here. We are alive. Lap 6 out of 36 done, coming over the line for lap 7. And Amy goes quicker again, 22.5. So she is now slowly but surely starting to gap the Williams of Sokinai. Goal Killer coming into pit as well, so there's a three-way fight for P4 as things stand. A lot of cars now thinking now is the time. Let's just actually have a look. There we go. We'll just have it like that just so we can see which cars are coming on what. Mello with a 10-second speeding in the pit lane. So his day is not going as well as he did in his Tier 2 league race. Oh, brave Mello. Going manual first time, especially in wet conditions in Brazil as well, out of all places. But I respect it. But a lot of these cars now thinking that it is going to be time for the intermediate tyre. Which I personally think that it is probably still a bit too damp for intermediates. But we'll just keep an eye on DK, who is our leader as things stand in the title. So he is our championship leader. Does Harold try and take him? I thought Harold's going to take a move down the inside then. I was like, brave move. We haven't got a full angle, which isn't... There we go. We'll just watch the bird's eye view. Harold getting an absolutely horrible exit. Letting FS slowly but surely get away with the pressure. But then DK is all over the back of Harold. There is a yellow sector in... What's going on with... Okay, it looks like there's just a bit of a runoff. Oh, okay. Has he got damage over there? I'm just going to see if there's a little bit of damage, which there isn't, so he is lucky that there is no damage between Harold and DK. Well, none that is visual anyway. Amy Hawks are going quicker again with a 127.3. A yellow sector in sector 2, alright. Both DK and Harold staying out for another lap. DK still cannot get past Harold though, so he is going to be more and more frustrated. He's going to want to get past him very soon if he wants to try and catch up with the top two, Sokin and Amy Hoxer, which we'll go to any minute now after we get a conclusion of these fighting. Just trying to see if he's... Yeah, Mason is being... We won't talk about that. Well, we will keep an eye on these two though. Because Stick is, with these two fighting, Stick is now coming into contention. Like he said before the race started, he has got a better race in him in the wet conditions than the dry conditions. But he is slowly but surely catching him as well, so he is absolutely pulling the burner down. Mason retiring from the session is just not his day. Mason, if you want to come into comms, let me know, and I'll put us to a PS party. You're more than welcome to come into comms for the last 20 odd laps. Okay, Mason's left. Yeah, so Mason has left the session, so scrap that idea. DK still not being able to get past. Yeah, we'll do. Well, it'll be on the stream anyway. That's fine then. We'll do. DK still not being able to get past Harold though. Harold is defending very well against a title favourite, I would say. Let's just have a look at the gap to the leader. So if the leaders both pit, they will be coming out give or take in this fight. But yeah, Mason, I will send you the results. As well as the cleanest driver, etc. Fastest lap, you name it. It'll be on stream anyway, so I can get them off afterwards. DK still struggling, and Stick is only 4 attempts behind now, so it's going to be interesting between these drivers, because Stick will be hoping for a slight error from these two drivers as things stand. But Harold is pulling his car in the right place at the right time as things stand, and they are slowly but surely catching FS, so things could get very interesting. Stick going very wide there, so he's just trying to take the scenic route. That's what he's doing. Will DK attempt to go down the inside again? These two, he still can't get past him. Does he get past him again, or finally? And he does finally get past him, so he's now on the charge to try and catch up with FS. He has lost a lot of time trying to fight Harold. Right, now that one is done, surely we don't have... Surely Harold doesn't get mugged again by a giant stick. And Stick does go for the inside move, but will he be far enough ahead? And he does not be able... He cannot make it this time. Right, we'll go over to Amy, see how she is doing as things stand. Give me a sec. What I'll do then, Mason, is the last lap I will change the gap to the leader, and then I'll be able to screenshot it at the end of the stream. But for the last lap, I'll change it to from the interval to leader. So I'll get to all of that up quite easily. But Amy currently 6 seconds up the road from Soaking. Next on Amy's list to be lapped is Max, and he does get out of the way very well. I neither got two leaders up interval. Perfect. Mello coming into pit. And he is retired, so that is our second retiree from today. And Amy going even quicker again. She's gone quickest in sector 2, so but we'll just give her some of the spotlight just for now. Ouch, looks like yeah, you two have come together quite a bit then today. You and the Red Bull, to be fair, Mello. +17. So yeah, Amy does have one pit stop over DK as things stand. Will she dive into the pits this time or not? That is the question to be had. And she does not come into the pit. Okay, these drivers are teasing me at every given moment. Keep thinking they're coming into the pit, but they do not pit just yet. Yes, I would have called it fair racing, to be fair, Mello. Like, it was just hard racing. Amy is now on the hunt for Max Scavenger. Yeah, so we'll just go over to DK, who is all over the back of the Ferrari. So this 5 for 4 could be crucial in DK's title defence. Well, tied this #1 spots anyway for this week. And to an extent, this is a 4-way fight for P4. We got FS, we got DK, we got Harold and Stick all in with a chance. Yeah, I mean, if he puts a report in, he puts a report in. Like, I didn't see it personally. Like, I was focused on Amy and Soaking for 5 laps, and then it was DK and Harold for the next 6 laps. And they're still not pitting, so next up to be pitted is car number 11, and that's Evie. So Amy is now on the charge for Goal Killer. So, but we'll just let her have a couple of minutes, as we haven't really looked at the thing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't catch it, so I don't actually know what happened. The only contact I've seen is between DK and Harold, but that's for another stream. Amy currently 8.2 seconds up on Soaking. Let me just have a look at the gap. Yeah, so she is absolutely flying as things stand. So will she come into pit this time? I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say no. Yeah, there we go. onto lap 16. Almost halfway through this race already. Let's have a look. But yeah, Amy very comfortable as things stand. And DK does make it past FS, so he is now on the charge for P3. He's only 40 seconds up the road though, so I'm just trying to see who is left. Mello has left the session, okay. I was trying to figure out who was host. And Stick all over the back of Harold as well, so what a fight these lot are having. Right, let's just see who is... DK slowly pulling away, but he knows he's got to get some time back. I think he's about 36 seconds, 37.5 seconds. So Amy is... Yeah, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out who was host. But Amy is absolutely cruising in this lead. Berkey comes into pit as well. So that puts DK up into provisional P3. He is now going to be hoping to chase down both Amy and Soken. Ooh, stuck it all over the back of Harold though. Or he was. Stick got past Harold actually. Fair enough, Stick. And now his next hunt is for FS. For P4. Stick having an absolute wildy of a race as things stand. Soaking with a 10-second turn penalty. When Amy also pits, so she is now strong favour for the title. Well, for the race. Title, not so much. Race, yes. And Amy will come out in P1 still. Stick will try and make the move on FS. And FS almost pushing him into the pit, but Stick does get past him quite comfortably in the end. But we're just keeping... Names Jeff gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Only one car in DRS as things stand. Even though we haven't got DRS, but you know what I mean. Goal kill again past Stick. Yellow flag's absolutely every... Safety car, okay, this brings out a whole new... Who has been there? FS with a 10-second time penalty. I have no idea who has binned it. DK coming in for the Inters, so this is absolutely prime time for DK as things stand. The worst possible timing for Amy and Sokin there. Like, I don't know who's binned it. I genuinely have no idea who has binned it. That's the person who's binned it, I see, with no wing. To be fair, Amy will have the ghost cars between herself and P2, so. But yes, this makes things very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I have no idea why it's a safety car though. I'm surprised it's not. I'm surprised it's not only a VSC. And Amy catches up to the safety car. She's now just got to wait for the others to do it. So we finally have a break in play. It was like going into which chair? This one. Interesting. So, I'm just reading my driver's messages in Discord. What do you think is Inter's weather, Amy? Yeah, but the thing is, like, so as an example, both DK and Harold weren't on the line at all. So DK is gonna have to try and push you onto the wet line yourself if he wants to stay on the dry line. Like, it's gonna be a battle of like just putting cars in the right places at this point, you know. I'm surprised he didn't pit though, Amy, because you've got a 24-second gap over DK. That would have been more than enough to get in and out. Yeah, literally, it's a battle of braveness, Mason. Is DK gonna want to go on the wet line? Yeah, true. I'm just surprised you didn't go into it yourself. As you have got, like, you had a 20-second penalty. 20-second penalty? 20-second gap on him. Yeah, I mean, she hasn't pulled a foot wrong all night, to be fair. She's one of the only ones which I can say, and it's isn't even because she's my driver, one of the only ones who's driven pretty much a perfect race. You got Sokin, who's also driven a very good race. And Stick, quite rightly Stick as well. I think Stick currently is my driver of the day, considering where he started to where he is now. He is currently on for his best result. What is Amy doing? What is going on here? What's the Mercedes? What's the hold on, what is the McLaren doing? What is going on? This is a mess, guys. Please fix it. Please sort out your cars. Like, this is not good, honestly. only two cars who have made it out safely is Amy and DK. Like, that's not good from any of them. That's coming from an admin as well. It's not acceptable. What the hell? Whoa. Mason, clip that, Mason, please. please, did you just see that? I know I shouldn't laugh. I feel so sorry for him. But his car was just trying to enter the pit wall over the pit line. He's tried to enter the pit lane over the pit wall. Anyway, DK getting past me. I give up. And Amy will try and get past him though. This is now a matter of who is going to be bravest. Amy with the wet tyres, which means she can take the wetter lines if she has to, but DK is on the intermediates. God, Right, can you get Evie to clip that for me? Anyway, DK taking P1. Amy coming round very closely in P2, and she does an absolute beautiful cutback on DK. Little bit of contact between them though. This is absolutely crazy fighting. We'll just keep an eye on these two, because these two are absolutely going at it. Not for the first time as well this season. But yeah, I have no idea what the hell just happened. Let me just message Evie. I'm sorry, chat. It's tickling me. Right, we got another turnover from the lead. DK taking the inside. Oh, that's brilliant. That's made my day. Soaking getting past Stick in P3. Amy currently in P2 there. And then takes P1 back from DK on the inters. Oh my god, that's bloody brilliant. I'm telling you, chat. I've never seen a car ever do that. Anyway, professionalism. You have into 12 hours from now. No? You don't. You've gone until 9 PM UK time, 6 PM UK time tomorrow. So that is 21 hours from now, give or take. But just convert 6 PM UK time to your time, Mellow, and that's what it is. Okay, yeah, so 6 PM tomorrow. Obviously, if you can get it in sooner, we can then get other people. Hang on a minute. DK going down the inside. The inside line though, and then DK will have the inside line. These two are absolutely flying, which gives Sokin the chance to try and take P2 from DK. He gets a much better exit coming out of turn 3. But anyway, wait. I'll wait until there's a gap and I'll carry on, Mellow. Amy will take a little bit of contact between DK and Amy, which allows Sokin to come through the inside of DK, but DK does hold him off, coming through the right hander into the very sharp right turn. Anyway, Mellow, yeah, just if you can get in earlier, even better, but it has to be in by 6 PM the latest tomorrow. No later. Apart from exceptional circumstances, which you would have to speak to one of us about. But yes, Amy in P1 as things stand, with a Max retirement in the pit. So that is our 4th retirement of the day. Oh, it's been like this pretty much from the start. It was Sokin and Amy at one point, and now as you can see, it's Sokin overtaking DK. DK is really under a lot of pressure from Sokin. But will Sokin try and take him round the outside, coming into the inside line? Will DK give him the room, which he does? A little bit of lag, but we do move on. And that puts Sokin... okay. I don't know what is going on there. It looked like a crash, but it doesn't look like it now. I have no idea what that was. I think it's because he's South African. He's lagging a bit, that's all. Anyway, Amy in P1 currently with Soaking in P2, and DK very very close behind Soaking in P3, and the shock of the day is Giant Stick holding these three drivers. I think DK will be happy with a P3, but he will want to get on that top step again. It's been a while since I think he's been winless this season so far, so he is wanting to get his first win of this season. No, that was Soaking. He looked like he crashed, but it wasn't a reset to track kind of animation, so I don't know what is going on. But as we see that, Soaking does overtake Amy into P1. Amy pushed down into P2. We'll see if these inters can hold. But yeah, it was weird. I've never seen it happen before. It was like it happened, but it didn't happen. But Amy has lost her front wing though to the rear of Soaking, so Soaking will now have advantage. But Amy does hold it round the inside. She can have that wetter line. Yeah, that's what I don't get. It was weird. It came from my gameplay as well. It's bizarre, Mello. Never seen it. But it is what it is. We have got 11 laps to go of this Brazilian Grand Prix. Track is drying up ever so slowly. The weather is improving. Max very fast with a 3-second penalty warning wise. We'll just have a look at our pens while these are fighting. We got Berkey and named Jeff on 3 seconds. We got FS on 10 seconds, and we got Max on 3 seconds. We'll just keep an eye on it like this. Yeah, Amy's pretty much driven a perfect race today. She's very strong in all conditions, but I think today she's proven that she's very strong in the wet conditions. But I mean, Stick as well. Very good drive today. Right, very good drive from Stick today, and DK as well for coming through the back, because he's had to come from the back to the front. Same with Stick. So it'll be interesting, and to say the least. But Amy on the top spot as things stand, Soaking very close behind her in P2. DK in P3 closely followed by a Giant Stick, so he is still pretty much consistently with these top 3 runners, which has shocked me, but he did predict it before the race that he will have a good race today. And he is definitely having a good race today. Yeah, Amy with that slight damage on the front wing. So, wow, shut up, Mello. I'll turn you out. I'll block you for that. Nah, only because you crashed out. And to be fair, it's been an enjoyable race to do comms on tonight. It's been very action-packed. But Soaking now is all over the back of Amy, and he does attempt to go down the inside again. Amy makes that one defensive move that she is allowed to make. Round the outside, but she will take inside again, but then Soaking will take the fun through the centre as is. On the inside, a little bit of lag from Soaking, a little bit of loss of control, but does not crash into them. Ah, how cute. But Amy now coming down the inside. Again, these two have been at it 90% of the race so far. They were had it for the first 6 or 7 laps, and now they're at it again. But this is a 4-way fight for P1, which I'd never thought I would hear myself say. Amy going slightly wide, allowing Soaking to get in, and she will attempt to take down that. Hey, that was rude. I was enjoying that camera angle. Amy taking the inside line again though, taking it from Soaking, who is now under pressure from DK, but DK is under pressure from the hat of Stick. Local American, well, one of our local Americans racing today. Stick dropping away ever so slightly from Sokin and not Stick, DK dropping further away from Sokin. We give Stick the chance to go down the inside. Will he be brave enough to make that move, which he doesn't yet? Sokin attempts to go take Amy on the outside, but he cannot make the move stick as things stand. But they both get very similar exits coming out onto the first short straight of the track. I will try and keep an eye on these top 4 racers right now because they have been going at it ever since the safety car. Yet again, Sokin takes P1 and Amy retakes it. Like, mate, this is genuinely mellow. This has been race of the year for me. Race of the season right here. Like, any of these 4 drivers could be driver of the day, in my opinion, today. But the top 4 currently, Amy in P1, Sokin in P2, DK in P3, and Giant Stick in P4. All on different cars as well. We got the Ferrari, we got a Williams, a McLaren, and a Haas. Amy goes a little bit deep going into that turn there, which allows Sokin to get around the outside. And DK tries to go down the middle of them both, but doesn't quite stick it. But he might have taken, a little bit of lag again, but not horrendous. DK does respectfully give him the place though. And Stick going around the outside of DK. What a move from the American. DK now has to cope with, look at that for a picture. Like, 4 cars going side by side into the center S's. I mean, please say I can get like a bird's eye view of this. I can't get a bird's eye view. But these 4 have absolutely treated us so far. DK makes his one defensive move. Stick gets on the grass ever so slightly, but does keep control. 7 laps, unfortunately, of this race left, because I could watch this go on and on and on. These 4 have been absolutely flying. I'm trying to get like a bird's eye view altogether of them, but I can't. This will have to do. Sokin now takes P1 from Amy, but Amy will go ahead and take P2. Sokin lagging a little bit, which gives DK the chance to go around the inside. Sokin just giving him enough space. Whew. Christ the Lord, I'm going to need a drink after this. Sokin still in P2, but DK again, a better exit around the outside, and he does make it stick this time. And speaking of Stick, he is all over the back of our South African as he is on for some very good points, and he does take P3 from Sokin. So Stick is absolutely flying as things stand. DK now has to go on the charge for Amy Hoxer. Makes a very late dive bomb, but does just about keep it. Mate, like, I can't bloody believe it's been that good of a race. And DK finally comfortably ahead of Amy Hoxer, 3.5 temps back. Whew. Christ the Lord, I'm just gonna have a breather, champ. Like, I'll give you the ASMR. Right, I will carry on talking in a minute. Like, these 4 have just gone at it ever since the safety car. Look how bunched up these are. Absolutely beautiful racing. And look at that, you can just see in the background that Berkey is slowly but surely catching them. So this could be a 5-way fight for the... I love the bird's eye view. Genuinely, I absolutely adore the bird's eye view on this game. And this one, to be fair. These are my 2 favourite. As things stand, the intermediates are going to be winning the race. But these 2 absolutely going at it. They've been flying all season, these 2, when they've come together. DK attempts to go down the inside again and does make a stick. But he goes very, very wide going into it. A little bit of contact between the 2 of them. Which then gives Sokin the chance to get back into P2. Absolutely bedlam, I'm telling you. Like, this is... I don't know anymore what... I think this could be race of the year. 100%. The four of them are still absolutely flying ahead, and Amy attempts to make that inside move, but DK does just hold her off in time. And even better, they've kept it clean, all four of these, considering there's literally, let me just have a look at the gap. There we go, 1 second bang on between the four of them. Amy and Soken try and do Strictly Come Dancing though, and do try and do synchronized spins, which then gives DK a little bit of breathing space now. 7 attempts up from Amy Hoxer, who is 7 attempts up from Soken. So those wets though seem to be absolutely working a treat. Giant Stick, unfortunately, with the 3-second time penalty, that might pull him out of race win contention. But that does not stop him having a brilliant drive today. Mate, this is better than some of the real life F1s, I'm telling you. I wasn't sure if I was going to make comms tonight, but these have kind of made it worth it. And DK spins. What has just happened there? Holy. DK spins, which then puts Amy into P2, P1, and Stick into P2. What actually happened there, Mela, may I ask? Because I looked away for literally a split second and I don't know what happened. Was it like collision? Or like an intentional collision? Or just racing incident? Or... Oh, okay. That's a shame because these four drivers, even with the spin, I'll pull him into driver of the day contention comfortably. But Amy in P1, Stick in P2, Soaking in P3, which then puts Berkey up into P4. So the Alpine's still on the charge to try and keep himself on top step of the constructors. Right, I can now have a breather. Whew. Christ the Lord, this has been some chaos today. FS with another 3-second time penalty. Amy with a 3-second time penalty as well. So, as things stand, does Soaking take the win? Amy has to make 2 temps up to win this race, but let me just check some. Who's got fastest lap? Amy. Perfect. Yeah, 3 seconds. So Amy is now 2.3 temps up on Giant Stick, who will actually keep P3 if things stay this way. Amy goes quicker again with a 1:22.1, so her bold decision. Yeah, she pretty much has, like, she's already 3.5 seconds up. But as things stand, Amy will make some huge inbounds in the title race. I did say she had to improve her performance as the last couple of races have not gone her way. And she has basically shut me up tonight with this drive of hers. But we will just keep an eye. Let's see. Has Stick got any damage? He hasn't, so he luckily has not got any damage whatsoever. What I need to do as well, I need to go onto leader. Yeah, no, they've all raced well, to be fair tonight. Every single one of them. Especially in these conditions. I don't like this view. Like, get me off this view. I'm just gonna put it like that for a bit. There we go. Amy is now pulled 4 seconds on Sokin, so that penalty will not mean anything. Giant Stick needs to keep 2 seconds between himself and Burke. No? Giant Stick does actually have P3 pretty much written. He's already penciled that in, I'm pretty sure, unless something drastic happens. But we will watch Amy Hoxha, the Albanian, come round for the final lap. No, I think Amy's on assist. I think she's on ABS, but I'm not sure. You'll have to ask her afterwards. And I know she was turning ABS off, but I think she actually runs ABS. It's just her pace is scary. Okay, DK's fighting again, but out of respect for pretty much the most perfect drive you can get, we will watch Amy do this final sector. It works, Joe. To be fair, the wets are easier to race. Like, the others came in. No, inters were good for like 3 laps. She lost 7 tenths to DK, and then she gained it back within 2 corners. Like, the wets were working well today. But Amy Hoxha comes round the final straight, and as long as she doesn't crash, okay? Amy is in AI mode, but she has done very well, and she does take the win. Amy Hoxha leads over the line. Sokin comes second place, and Stick does come with a PB of P3. So, congratulations to them 3, 4. Oh, I thought you did, Amy, to be fair. Unless you took them off, but still, absolutely flying. Stick comes home in P4, Berkey P5, Harold P6, Horsepower P7. What I need to do is can someone screenshot the... Oh, too late. Hang on. Done it. Yeah, no, it was ballsy move. It was when the others came into picture, it was very much very borderline between wets and inters. But there we go. Amy Hoxha takes the win from Sokin I, from Giant Stick. So you can put your money on whoever you want for driver of the day. I'm going to probably give it to all 4 of them. I think DK drove perfectly. I think Amy drove amazingly. I think Stick drove incredibly. I think Sokin drove crazy. But that was a crazy, crazy race, my friends. I'll just screenshot that. But yes, that is that from me. I'll screenshot that as well. But I refuse to pick Mason. Like, all 4 of them deserve it, so I'm not picking. But there we go. Comes maybe back tomorrow. With Stick. If not, we will see you again next week for round 6, and that will be in China. But congratulations to the top 3, and we shall see you next time. Thank you very much.